Hey, I'm selling chickens, but not today. It's been a few days since the last video, but fortunately it doesn't matter much because continuing on with the guide, all you had to do was just keep playing. If you delved in the KC Cup, good. If you made any progress at all, collected cards, leveled up, got keys, got jewels, got gems, got literally anything, congrats, you're making progress. And hopefully, at this point, you have more gems than I do. Hopefully you have 8, maybe possibly even 9,000. Perhaps you've hit the cap already. Congrats. This is the moment where we, I would say, officially wrap up the Noob's Guide. Because everything else, there's no real rush to doing anything else other than maybe the dual trials, which I'll go over as well. Maybe that'll be part of the guide as well. But the biggest closure, I guess, for the Noob's Guide is the boxes. So you have your gems. Now what? There's so many boxes here, it's quite frankly overwhelming. I know how you feel, trust me. I do. So let's go into the boxes. Let's review all of these boxes and we'll see which ones should you do. Which boxes have good cards, and what good cards are there? Because remember, we still have our super rare, ultra rare dream tickets, and what those do is it lets you pick any super rare or ultra rare card from any of these boxes up until, like, I don't know, maybe 14 or so. So, gotta keep that in mind too. Now, I'm going to go over the main boxes now, and then afterward I'll go over the mini boxes. If it makes more than one video, then I'll try to upload them quickly. Alright, so the first box here, we have the Ultimate Rising. Now, these number 1 boxes, these were a product of their time, and let me tell you, they are pretty well trapped in that time, if I say so myself. So first thing, let's look at the possible ultra rare cards. It's 200 packs in each main box, and there's only 1 copy of each ultra rare in each box. So how many are there? There's 3, 6, 9, 10 ultra rares in each box, so that's a 10 in 200 chance that you'll pull an ultra rare. So yeah, it doesn't sound good, but you always gotta keep that in mind. These are what you're mainly going for along with the super rares. So what ultra rares do we have in the very first main box ever released? We have Magical Arm Shield. It's bad. Don't care. Not even a product of its time. Magic Jammer. It's pretty good. Pretty good. It's usually not worth delving into this box for though. So unfortunately, it's kind of trapped. Fusion Gate, also very good if you want to do fusion summoning. If you want fusion summoning, you're going to want to get this card. Autonomous Action Unit. It's an okay card. Pay 1500 life points, target 1 monster in your opponent's graveyard, special summon that to your side of the field. So, they discard like their Blue Eyes. You know, you can get that, or you can get any monster and use it as a tribute or synchro, any fodder. It's pretty good, but unfortunately suffers from same fate as Magical Arm Shield. It's just trapped in its time. Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, pretty good for farm decks. However, you might have better chance with Egyptian God of Ra or any other Egyptian God card, really. Axe Raider, top tier card. It's just a 1700 beater. Yeah, that's right. At this point, 1700 was pretty high. That is a time capsule right there. Ultra rare. Alright, Sphere Karibo. Sphere Kuriboh is a pretty good card. When your opponent's monster declares an attack, send this card from your hand to the graveyard, change the attacking monster to defense position. It also has a ritual effect. Who cares? You're not going to use this card. You're not going to use it. Well, I mean, if you use it with a ritual deck, just forget about it. So, Sphere Kuriboh is a very good tech card. You can use it in any deck, technically. And, you know, just when you get attacked, throw it to the grave, and you delay one monster. It's good. It's like Enemy Controller, except Enemy Controller is a spell card, and you don't have to buy Enemy Controller, you can farm it from Kaiba. And it's for that reason alone that I would say focus on Enemy Controller over Sphere Kuriboh at this point, because it's good, but like I said, it's trapped so far back into an old box. There's really nothing worth traveling this far back for. Not even the bow. Look at those eyes. Very, very nice. Hain. Good card if you want to be annoying. Don't bother. Summoner of Illusions. I'm sorry, Summoner of what? Sonic Bird. Good card, necessary card if you want to do ritual summoning. Fortunately, there isn't really a need to ritual summon nowadays, especially since Cyber Angels kicked the bucket. But if they ever come back, you're gonna want this Sonic Bird. In fact, you might even want two of them, because it's good. It's needed for those ritual summons. Pray that you won't want them, because if you do, you're gonna have to delve in this box. You can't ritual summon without the Sonic Bird. Yeah, you're gonna have a very hard time. So let's take a quick look at the super rares, because these are also pretty important. 4-star of Bad, Hunter with dumb weapons, Badman, Meiku the magical dumb, Mask of the lame. That's fine, I guess, this card if you're a stall player. Order to dumb. Shard of Greed's not too bad. I see a lot of new players running this. It's fine, but it's not worth delving into this box over. Same with Twister. It's fine, not worth delving in the box over. Windbreaking, yeah, I've read enough. Bad. Wonder Balloons was great in its time, but now it's bad. Magical Hats, no. Reinforcements, bad. And what else do we have in here? Like, any archetypes? Okay, we have some Charmers in here. Charmers are, well, Charmers have been getting some support lately, but they're still not great. They're really not great. So it's really the main thing that we have. It's really the main archetype we have in this box. So we have Charmers and we have some ritual monsters as well, which really isn't worth it. So all in all, Ultimate Rising, my final exclamation is don't bother. Okay, so next we have Neo Impact, the second main box. Neo-ish Impact. This is also a product of its time, but slightly better. This was a product of the ritual summoning time and of the tribute summoning time. So the ritual time, we have Divine Grace North Wemco. Very good looking card, but bad. We also have Garlandolf, King of Destruction. Oh, look at that. He's better. Better than North Wemco, but not good. There's not going to be any ritual cards that are worth getting. Double Costin. This was very good for Dark Magicians back in the day, but now, the same with Kaiser Seahorse with Blue Eyes. They were very great when you. I guess they still are if you really want to tribute summon, but now, no, don't. It's not good anymore. All right, Senju, you thought you really wanted to. You thought, okay, maybe I'll go for that Sonic Bird. Yeah, you know, I think it's worth going for that Sonic Bird. Okay, well, how about this one? You gotta delve into another main box to get Senju of the Thousand Hands. Yes, you do need this card for ritual summoning as well. And not only that, you might need 2 of them, maybe even 3 if you want. So, you really want a ritual summon now? It's gonna be a little difficult. That's already 2 main boxes that are super old that you gotta delve into to ritual summon. So I really don't recommend doing it. I really strongly don't. Meteor Bee Dragon, yeah, Meteor Boring Dragon, Black Pendant, yeah, Boring Pendant, Half Shut, yeah, Half Dumb. That was a pretty good card. It still can be a good tech card, but there's better options at this point. Stamping Destruction, not worth it. Not worth adding in with dragons now. There's too much support for dragons for this to be relevant anymore. Mirror Wall, again, still is a good card. Still can be useful as well, but there are still better options out there now, so it's still not worth it. Okay, so none of these ultra rares are worth it unless you want to go for those ritual summons. Then you need Senju. Let's take a look at the super rares. We got Paladin, a White Dragon. That was a great card for Blue Eyes back in the day as well. But now, Blue Eyes has a lot of support, a lot better support now, so you don't need it anymore. Let's see, some rituals. We got some dragons here. If you want generic dragons, Dweller in the Depths isn't terrible. Not worth it though. Same with Twin-Head Behemoth. Rituals, Jerry Beans Man. Yeah, got some of these. Shooting Star Bow can be useful for some farm decks, but not many. Magician's Circle. I like running Magician's Circle personally with the Dank Magician and the Dank Magician Girl, but it's not needed. Mostly because there's really not much of a need to run Dark Magician with Dark Magician Girl. And the rest of these, pretty bad. You don't really need any of these cards. So what does this box mainly have? This box has dragons. It looks like it's got some Vylons. Vylons have some support nowadays. So if you want Vylons, there's a Vylon there. It's only a rare, so you won't have to delve too much into getting it. Other than that, it really doesn't look like anything else here. Just more ritual cards. And you know how I feel about rituals. Save it for the witchcraft. Okay. I'm stupid. So next we have Valkyries Rage. Now, I had a personal thing for this box because I've always wanted a Do Names Dark Witch. Never got it, but it's fine because as you can see, the base vanilla attack monster increased from 16 to 18. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, right? Definitely not worth it though. So what do we have here? 6 Scourge Enrise. Yeah, 6 Scourge Dumb. Best Big Core. Big Dumb. The Fiend Mega Cyber. It's not terrible, but not worth it. Azura Priest. Dumb. Unless you really want to play like a really, really weird rogue deck. Dimensional Alchemist. Dimensional Bad. Nobleman of Extermination. It was pretty good. It still can be good if you have no back row destruction. It is a good card, but it's in such an old box, it's not worth delving into. However, Soul Exchange is a pretty good card too. Even nowadays, it can get rid of an opponent's monster and bring out a strong monster for yourself. The only downside is you can't activate your battle phase that turn. That's kind of a big letdown, but it can still be worth it if you run a lot of tributes in your deck. You know, it could be a good card to throw people off. So that's a good card. Divine Wrath. I've seen it used sometimes. It's not used so much anymore because, like I said, Broken Record, there are a lot more better alternatives out there, but still not bad. And Escape from the Dark Dimension, bad card, but look at that artwork. That is great art. I love that. That looks cool. Okay, so let's take a look at the super rares. Whitehorn, Cyber Raider, Pump Princess, the Princess of Ghosts. It's a fun card to use with zombies, but I mean, zombies aren't doing anything right now, so who cares? Burning Land, if you like burn decks. Let's see what else. Don't bother with that one. Wild Tornado. It's fine, but don't bother. Same with this one. It's fine, don't bother. Okay, let's see. Any archetypes in this box? We got some mimics, so we got some level cards. The Unhappy Girl. Now this is a pretty popular farm card. That's a pretty popular farm card. A lot of farm, like the Unhappy Girl farm is a pretty viable farm deck for almost any duelist, any NPC. So that would be worth delving into at least some. It's funny, that's actually probably one of the most useful cards in this deck. And, you know, it's not too bad either. It's only a rare. So you got a pretty good chance of getting 3 of those. So my verdict on this, for the 3 Unhappy Girls, Soul Exchange, the Nobleman of Extermination, I would say this box is worth delving into, at least until you get 3 Unhappy Girls. Any more than that might be a little overkill, but at least try and get those. Alright, next up we have the Chaotic Compliance. We must comply with chaos. So this is the deck, this is the box that had the famous Black Luster Soldier. Who cares? Big whoop, right? We also have Phoenix Gearfried. Who cares? Gale Lizard. Yahoo Lizard. Master of Oz. This is a good alternative for the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. If you want to go for those. If you want to help with the farm deck. Not needed though. Same with the Blue Eyes. Even less needed. But if you get it, then you don't need the Blue Eyes Ultimate, I guess. Brain Research Lab. This is a good card if you want to run Psychics. And Psychics are not doing too bad. Psychic decks are pretty good. If you really have your heart set on Psychics, Psychic type monsters, they're doing pretty good. And this is a card that you will want. But it is in a rather old box. So that decision is based on you. If you really love Psychics, then you're going to want this card. Fusion Sage. Again, if you want to do fusion summoning as well, you don't need this card. You really don't, but it's a very helpful card. Symbols of Duty. It's been getting better lately since normal monsters have been have been getting kind of better now, but still not so much. Eliminating the league. Oh. What? Discard one spell card, destroy one face-up monster your opponent controls. Check your opponent's hand and all cards in their hand with the same. Okay. Yeah. Magic Drain. This card's not too terrible. Negates a spell card. It's kind of a good alternative to Magic Jammer. Except this one has some restrictions. Although, it's a good alternative. Not really worth it though. 7 Tools of the Bandit. Pay 1,000 life points, negate a trap card. It's good, simple effect. It's a nice card to have. Always throw people in for a loop because no one really uses it, so no one really expects it. Good card for a rogue deck. Good card for a beginner. Okay, let's see. Take a look at the super rares. Death's Kangaroo. Screech. What the heck is this thing? Super Alloy Beast Raptunus? Boy, what did you call me? I don't appreciate that kind of language in here. Double Summon. This is a good card. This is a card... This might be the most valuable card in this box. Double Summon. Very useful card. You can basically use it in almost any deck, but most people use it in Tribute Summon decks. Very good card. Fusion Substitute. Same deal with the Fusion Sage. Gateway of Chaos, Monster Reincarnation. Not really big deals. Maju Garzet. It's pretty fine. Let's see. What, are there any archetypes here too? Either, as well? Any? Outstanding Dog Marin. That is one outstanding dog, I'll have to say that. Okay, it doesn't seem like there's any real archetypes here. Machine King. You could get that with the new structured deck. Yeah, keep in mind that some of these cards are included in structured decks as well, which we will take a second look at. Because I think there's still some more we have to look at now. It looks like some machine cards as well. Minefield Driller. Alright, so looking at Double Summon and 7 Tools. And I guess also Brain Research Lab if you really want it. Looking at those cards, I would say this box, all in all, is not worth it. Okay, that Double Summon's good, but you're gonna want to find another way of maybe getting that, because maybe go for the sales, something. It's not worth delving into a whole box over. Moving on to Crimson Kingdom. I love the theme of this deck. I'm a vampire boy living in a vampire world. So, Knight of the Red Bad, Vampire Lord, unfortunately is not great, is bad, but he does have a summoning animation when used with Kaiba. It looks pretty dope. I gotta say. Brohunder, if you use it with electric or with thunder types, but don't. Thunder type decks are not going anywhere. I mean, they might go anywhere, but they're not anywhere now. Gozuki. Very good card if you want to run zombies. You know what? I just remembered last time. I just remembered a few decks ago I said zombies aren't really doing anything right now. That's a lie, because I completely forgot that vampires are zombies, and vampires are going somewhere. They are somewhere right now. They are very good. But that last zombie card, whatever I was talking about last time, those zombies weren't going anywhere. But if those zombies are vampires, then yes, they are somewhere very good. And Gozuki is a very good card. You need this card. You need 3 of them, for that matter, if you want to run Vampire as well. Zombies as well. I just say zombies in general. Red Eyes Wyvern. It's cute. It's a cute boy. Reinforced Human Psychic Borg. Good name. Yeah, but hey, there's a psychic card. Is this a good psychic card though? No, it's not. So you don't have to worry about that. Blazing Apache. Dumb. That's the longest name in the world. Buster Blader, the Dragon Destroyer Swordsman. Whew. It is a Buster Blader card. You can run Buster Blader decks. So keep that in mind. Buster Bladers. We really like Buster Bladers. There's a Buster Blader card. I don't know too much about Buster Bladers personally, but you do want to delve in this box for Buster Blader, because Buster Blader himself is right here. So there you go. This is your Buster Blader box. Dark Paladin, more Buster Blader, but also with Dark Magician. Very strange combination to be running, but you can. And Soul Resurrection, who cares? So taking a look at the super rares, we got Buster Blader, the Destruction Swordsman. We got Master Magician, Red Eyes Zombie. It still is a good card for Red Eyes decks as well. That'd be good. Let's see, Freed, Dark Freed, Dank Freed, Speed Bird, Slow Bird, Boring Bird, Dumb Bird, Warrior Returning Alive. It's not too bad. Inspirations. Okay, so archetypes, I've spoiled it already. Drat. Obviously, Buster Blader. We also have some. I guess we got some warrior support as well, and it's got some spellcasters, some light spellcaster support. We got a bit of Red Eyes support as well, like one card. Vampires. So, strange box, because it kind of has a little bit of everything in it. Heck, even a spellbook. Like, seriously? Yeah, spellbook. Okay. So, based off of Buster Blader, and let's just stick with the main two. Buster Blader and zombies. Buster Blader, more specifically, and vampires. Buster Blader and vampire support in this deck. If you want to run either Buster Bladers or vampires, then you need to delve in this box. If you don't care about them, then you're well off. Now, Buster Bladers are, well, they're okay. They're not great. They're kind of rogue, but they do well. Now, vampires, they are doing well. They definitely are doing very well, but that's only the beginning support that you need for them. The main vampires are in a different box, and honestly, I feel a hit's coming to them on the ban list, so go with your gut. Next, we have Electric Overload. Electric Overload. There's so much electricness here. I'm overloading. Okay, Shinado, King of a Higher Boring. The Boring-Iriator. I'm gonna stop that now. Fiendish Monarch. That guy. Yeah, that guy. Thunder Nyan Nyan. Yep. There you go. That's an ultra rare card. Yep. Believe it or not. Yep, you better believe it. Naruto style. Heavy mech support armor. Okay, so all of these cards, yeah, all these ultra rare cards are bad. Oh wait, there's still more. Hold on. Hold up. Mecha Phantom Beast Hamstrat, Treeborn Frog, XYZ Dragon Cannon, and Ninjutsu Art of Transformation. Alright, now all these ultra rares are bad. Okay, well, Mecha Phantom Beast does have a pretty solid support system now, but I don't know anything about Mecha Phantom Beasts. So I don't even know if you need this card. It's only one card. I'd imagine you can get away without it. But don't take my word for that, because I don't know. Treeborn Frog. It's a pretty good card. But it's only one good card in a list of 10. 1 in 200 chance. So what do we have here? Ice barriers. We got an ice barrier. Herald of Creation. Judgment of Thunder. Some thunder support. Not really. Double Magical Arm Bind. That's even worse. Even worse than Magical Arm Shield, which wasn't even a product of its time. Remember? Okay. I'm getting heated here. Mystic Plasma Zone is bad. Spark. Let's see. So what does this box have? It looks like it's got some ninja cards. It's got some ice barrier cards as well. Now ice barriers are very unknown. Nobody's playing them because they're not very good right now. It's got some X-head. Yeah, X-head cards as well. Don't bother. I guess if you really like a Kaiba fan, you know, you want to build that true blue Kaiba deck when he started bringing in machines, friggin' blue eyes. I guess you can do that, you dork. Otherwise, it looks like there's some Fabled cards here. People love their Fableds, but not much here. So it looks like, all in all, there's some Fabled, maybe just one Fabled. I don't know, I didn't really look. But Fabled, Ninja cards, and Ice Barrier. None of those are very good. The best of them is Fabled, but even that's not great right now. So nothing really good in here. I'd give it a hard pass. Okay, so what's next? What is next? Oh, that's right. It's Generation Next. You know, like GX. Get your game on, get your gay on. So Evil Dragon Ananta, whatever, Horus, excuse me, don't call me that. Card Guard, Magical Something, I love that name. It's a magical something. King of the Swamp. Okay. 5-headed Dragon, Arcana Night Joker, Book of Tayu, Defusion, and Floodgate, Trap Hole. Okay, so good cards we have. Horus, the Black Flame Dragon level 8. You're gonna want this card if you run Horus. Yugimoto, the character, specializes in Horus. Horus is not very good anymore. It was good, but not so much anymore. So you might want to pass on that. No, these cards are fine, but not really worth it anymore. King of the Swamp. If you, again, going back to the fusion summoning, if you really want to do fusion summoning, you're gonna need this card. This is another need card because it's good. You're gonna need at least 2 of them. Well, you might get away with 1 if you plan it right. At least 1 of them. You're gonna want that. King of the Swamp. They don't call him King of the Swamp for nothing, because he swamps himself with fusion power or something. I don't know. The last good card is Floodgate Trap Hole. Now, this card is good. It's in ranked, especially because it flips a opponent's monster face down, and that monster stays face down. So it's good for shutting their board down, shutting opponents' boards down. However, while it is a very good card, it is very slowly starting to die out. And honestly, it might get hit soon because I believe this is still one of the top most used cards now. However, like I said, it is beginning to be phased out, so maybe it's not worth it anymore. Like I said many times before, same applies to this. There are better support cards coming out than Floodgate Trap Hole, so I don't think you need it now. Let's see, take a look at the super rares. Got some more Horuses. Excuse my language. Let's see, Armor Ninjutsu, so I guess we got some more ninjas stuff here. More fusion support. Again, this is another card that'll be pretty good if you want to do fusion summoning. It's a field spell. Yeah, I think you would want this card. I'm not too sure if you need it, but I think it's a strong yes, you would want that card as well. Got some Dark Lucius, interesting. Let's see. So, Worm Apocalypse, looks like we got some worm cards here. And finishing up the XZ cannons as well. Dark Lucius. Okay, so this deck, mainly, we have Horus, fusion support. Basically it, those are the main. We got Horus and we got some fusion supports. We also finishes up some ninja supports, and I saw something else here. There's Dark Lucius as well. Oh yeah, it has some worm support as well. Worms take off later in later boxes as well. If you want to begin your worms, this box has the beginner worms. So all in all, if you really have your heart set on fusion summoning, then you're gonna want to delve at least a little bit into this box. Yeah, you're definitely gonna want the King of Swamp. You're gonna want that card. At least one of those, if you really want to do fusion summoning. Now the question is, do you want to do fusion summoning? That's a good question. Is there any fusion decks out there that are very good? Let me think. I'm trying to think here. Fusion decks. Short answer, no. Because no fusion decks that need polymerization are very good right now. So keep that in mind as well. But hey, there's a lot of fusion cards out there, so who knows? Who knows where it'll lead? All in all, I'd give this one a pass. Next we have Galactic Origins. The origins of the galaxies, you could say. What are the origins of the galaxy, you may ask? A question that have riddled the human minds for centuries? Well, it's Saphira, Queen of Dragons. That's the origin. People use this card for replacement Cyber Angels. If you want to try to run Cyber Angels, if you're stupidly dead set on those ritual cards that I keep telling you not to do, if you're still stupidly dead set on that, then why not go all the way, right? If you want to run Cyber Angels, this is a replacement card for the Cyber Angels. Just use Saphira. Run 3 of them. Why not? You're already this far in. Okay, Berserk Dragon. Trifortress Ops? What? Trifortress Ops? That's a dandy name. Exiled Force. Neo Flamevel. Upstart Golden Ninja. Yeah, how'd you like that? There's an ultra rare ninja here for you. Sitting here for you if you want those ninjas. I don't think that's a very needed card though. Once returned, you can send 1 trap card from your hand to the graveyard, such as summon 1 level 4 lower ninja from your deck in face up defense position or face down defense position. It is pretty good. I don't know. I don't know ninjas. Elemental Hero Terra Firma. That's the real Galactic Origin, because he's on the box. Gladiator Beasts, they don't need that card. If you want to run Gladiator Beasts, you don't need that card. Cosmic Cyclone, whew! And Into the Void. Alright, so usable cards here. None except Cosmic Cyclone. Cosmic Cyclone is an excellent card. It's also an excellent tech card. You can use it in any deck, pay 1,000 life points, and banish any spell or trap card on the field. That's double good now, because you would think losing life points is bad, but a lot of skills trigger when you lose 1,000 life points. So people use this in conjunction with skills that trigger after that, and you got a 2-for-1 special right off the bat. This is a very good card. If you were to delve into this box, that could be worth it alone if you want to be really competitive. But let's take a look at the super rares. Super rares, we have some Brotherhood cards. If you like those, there's some here. There's Gladiator Beasts. People run Glads. They do moderately well. Yeah, if you like Gladiator Beasts, then this will be a box for you. Also got some Gen X, it seems. I didn't realize. Got some Gen X cards in here. I don't know how well Gen X cards are doing now. I don't think they're doing very great, but at least against NPCs, I'd imagine they'll be pretty good. And who cares about Neospatians? They're not good. I don't think they'll ever be good, frankly, so just don't bother. So, main cards here, we have Gladiator Beasts, got some finishing up Brotherhood cards, mainly Gladiator Beasts. If you like Gladiator Beasts, delve in this box, but if for nothing else, Cosmic Cyclone is very good. If you don't want to delve into this box over one Cosmic Cyclone, that's very understandable. You might want to use your ultra rare Dream Ticket on this bad boy though. Give that some real thought there. So next up we have, I'm gonna have to speed this up because this is taking quite a bit of time. Yeah, okay, so what's next? Primal Burst. Bursting with Primal Rage. Primal Rage at this box. So what do we have here? Well, we have freaking Cloudian. Stop it. I don't even like the way that looks. It's scary. Gaia Plate, Volcanic Doomfire, Lila, Lightswarm, Sorceress, Snow, Unlight of Dank World, Volcanic Spell Striker, Gem Knights, Dark World Lightning, okay, Forbidden Dress, alright, Kaiser Glader, okay, so speeding things up, look at that, more ninjas. Ninjas are getting quite expensive, as you can see here. So, this box, it's got Light Sworns in it. It's got Light Sworns, it's got Dark World, alright, these two decks aren't very good right now. People are waiting for good Light Sworn support. But if you want to do Light Sworns or Dark Sworn, or Light Sworns or Dark World, then you're gonna want this box. This is the box to start off with. You do want these cards as well. Maybe even 3 of them. It's gonna be expensive, but hey, it's not like there's any other support out there. So, let's see, let me check. Oh yeah, there's also Gem Knights. If you want Gem Knights, you are going to want to run this box. You're going to want at least 1 Master Diamond as well. If you want Gem Knights, you gotta delve in this box too. Gem Knight Lazuli, very good. And also Golden Ladybug. You're also gonna want this Golden Ladybug as well for your farm decks. These farm decks run heavily on at least having 3, at least 2, but preferably 3 Golden Ladybugs. Very good for raw farm decks, where you gotta gain as much life points as you can by the end of it. So, for Golden Ladybugs alone, you're going to want to delve into this box at least until you get 3 golden ladybugs. If you want the Gem Knights, or if you want the Dark Worlds, or if you want the Light Sworns, then you're going to want to delve into this box as well. Keep in mind, those decks are not very good right now, but support for them is bound to happen soon. Okay, it's bound to happen. So if you want to invest in that, you can. They will still be usable, just not very well. So that's based on preference until after you at least get 3 golden ladybugs. Next, we have Abyss Encounters. We encounter the Abyss, and lo and behold, it stared back. Okay, so we have... the heck are these cards? Legendary Fisherman 2, stop it. Gish Keys, oh great. Salvage. Okay. None of these cards are good. Citadel Whale's pretty good if you run. Sea Stealth Attack. Sea Stealth Attack is the only... Sea Stealth Attack and Citadel Whale are the only usable cards here. Shoot. I'll take that back. Yeah, I take that back. Sea Stealth Attack and Citadel Whale are good if you run with Mako. If you want to do some Aqua type decks, you're gonna need these cards. At least Sea Stealth Attack. You're gonna need them if you want the water decks. Ignore all of the ultra rares. None of them are good. This deck has Gish Keys. Gish Keys are not good. They're ritual cards as well, so that should tell you they are a heavy ritual deck, and probably the easiest to play ritual deck that'll get you a lot of summoning, but they're not good. Don't bother with them. However, this box also contains aliens. Aliens are a very good deck. They were good back then, and guess what? They're still good now. Sure, they're not amazing, but they're still good. Use them against an NPC. They're down. They're down for the count. 1, 2, 3. You can even beat like level 40 NPCs. Maybe. Maybe. And the best part of it, the best part is, this Mysterious Triangle is the highest card. It's the highest rarity card you need. There's no ultra rare aliens. So you're gonna want, obviously you're gonna want the Mysterious Triangle, but there's 2 in a box. 2 in a box, and you can probably even get away with just 2. So at the very most, you'll have to empty this box once. At the most, and you'll get full aliens. Aliens are very good. We also have some Archfiend, it seems, but nothing else matters here. If you like aliens, definitely delve in this box. And if you're just looking for any deck, a strong deck to start off with and keep for a good while, I highly recommend going for aliens. Go for the alien deck. It is one of my top recommended decks to go with, because they've had their time. They're still hanging in there. They're not going to get hit by the ban list anytime soon, because they've had their moment and they're still good. Okay. Next we have Valiant Souls. Very valiant. Every soul here is going to be a Valiant Soul. Like Vision Hero Witch Raider, Eclipse Wyvern, Hardened Dragon, Karakuri, Plasma Vice, Anki, Fires of Doomsday, Dank World Dealings, Needle, and Canadia. So, this is a big box here. Valiant Souls is a very big box because it contains the archetype Masked Heroes. It has Masked Change in it. Masked Heroes, specifically Masked Hero Anki, is a very good deck now. But unfortunately, I would have to say this is at a very awkward point in time where they're not the top of the top, but they're still top enough that people are using this deck so often that I personally feel a stronger ban hit is going to come. They've already gotten hit indirectly with Vion, but I feel a direct hit is bound to happen soon. Now, I could be wrong. If I am wrong, great. They are a great deck to delve into. But if I am right and they do get hit, then that's going to hurt a lot. And based off of that, might not be worth it because it is a very expensive deck. At the very least, you're going to want 2 Ankies, and that's not even playing it the best way you can. You're going to need 3 mass changes as well, so you're going to have to empty this box out at least once. So it's a very expensive deck, but it is true. It has lasted a long time. It's very good. If you want to take that risk, if you want to take that gem financial hit, then go for it. It's because they're very good. Especially if you use it with Witch Raider. Mass change does work with Witch Raider, and Witch Raider can be tribute summoned by using spells and traps instead of monsters, or a combination of. Very good card. Let's see what else that we have though. We have Photons, we got some more Fabled cards in here. We got Geargias. Geargias are very nice. They're not very good anymore though. I wouldn't say they're worth delving into, but they were good at a point, I guess. Photon, Fabled. If you want to go for those Fableds, here's another Fabled card for you. Amazonis Heirloom. You don't need that. You don't need that card for Amazonis. Double Cyclone Blast with Chain. Don't need it. Fusion Reserve. This is a very good card if you want to do fusion summoning. I know people don't use it, but I personally find this card to be very good. Even if you're not using a fusion deck, it just helps you draw a card. It helps you draw a specific card as long as you have the fusion monster that contains that card in your extra deck. So, Fables. It's mostly it. Fables and Geargias. Geargias were good. They're not really needed anymore though. Amazonis Onslaught, that's good, but it got hit by the ban list, so it's limited to only 1. If you want to run Amazonis cards though, I guess for now you're going to want to pick up one of those. Pick up a few of them as well, in case they do get unbanned anytime this century. I doubt it though. Baby Tiger, who cares? Got some Karakuris in here too. Karakuris have gotten some new support in a new box, and they're actually doing very well. However, most of that support does not revolve around these Karakuris, so you can basically forget about them here. Maybe pick up a few if you want options, but other than that, you don't need it. So, based off of Masked Heroes, very good. I would recommend it if you're worth risking losing them to the Egyptian god Konami. There's also Fabled cards if you want your Fableds. There's a lot of Fableds in here too. That's on you. Okay, next up, Crusader Battlegrounds. We're getting into some modern. We're getting into modern territory here. These cards are not so much a product of their time as they're a product of their decks. So what do we have here? Silent Swordsman level 7. Silent Swordsman has a structure deck, so don't delve into this box just for Silent Swordsman. Just get the structure deck. Great Maju Garzet. Pretty good if you do the tribute summoning still in this year. 6 Samurai. Yeah. 6 samurais in a mini box. We'll go over eventually, but yeah, here's a 6 sam in a main box. Fun. DD is silent. Very good card for I guess stalls. Noble Knights. Yeah. DDR, Dance Dance Revolution. Nobody cares. Nobody gonna cross out. No one cares, and no one. That's not good enough to care about it anymore. So as you can see, this deck has Silent Swordsman, but it also has. I'm sorry. This box has Silent Swordsman, but it also has Noble Knights. Noble Knights are not too bad. I see a lot of new players running Noble Knights. They're okay. They're good against NPCs as well, but you're not going to have too much luck bringing them into ranked. Looks like we have some Steel Swarms in here too. Steel Swarms, I don't know anything about Steel Swarms. So, Silent Swordsman, like I said, don't bother. There's a structure deck for them. It's got some 6 Samurai supports is here as well. I wouldn't bother. 6 Samurais are not doing very well anymore either. I run into them a lot for new players playing. I run into a lot of new players playing 6 Sams. They're not very good. It's not a very good deck. Boojins. Boojins are good. If you really like your Boojins, you got your Boojins here. They're all rare cards here. I don't think there's a super rare Boojin. No. So, if you want to start off your Boojins, there's some Boojin cards here. There's also more Boojins later, but this is a good start to your Boojins. So if you like your Boojins, if you like your Noble Knights, go for this box. I wouldn't recommend it. Boojins are doing better than Noble Knights, but neither very good. So wouldn't really recommend. So many boxes. Are you getting overwhelmed? Because I'm getting overwhelmed just reading this. Looking at all these cards. All right, where's the Burning Nova here? We got Battery Men. Battery Men are this box has Battery Men. Battery Men are okay. They're not worth building a whole deck over though. They're best against freaking NPCs. Yeah. It's a very expensive deck. It's not worth the investment. Got some Light Sworns here. You're gonna want. You want your Light Swarm support. Here it is. There's more Light Swarms. Like I said, they're far and few in between, so you're gonna want as much of them as you can. Who cares? Thunder Seahorse. Who cares? Magician of Faith. It's surprising to say, but who cares? Gem Knight, Lady Brilliant, Diamond. That Diamond Boutte is a good card. If you're running Gem Knights, then you have to delve in this box. Like a Dust Tornado, it's okay, not needed. Phantom Beast, oh stop. Kunai with Chain, not really great. It's okay for beginners and NPCs, but it's not too crazy. Medolches. Now I have a personal connection with Medolches. I love these cards. They're not good. They're very not good. And yeah, they're just not good. But if you want to play a fun deck that also confuses people, nobody's really ever prepared for a Medolche deck. It's fun. It's a fun deck. I love running them, but you don't need to. If you want to, though, I understand. You're gonna want at least 2 Pudding Sisses, though. But that's the highest card there is here. We got some more Brotherhood cards. Very strange. Gilgasaurus, if you run dinosaurs. It's actually a pretty good card in general to help you special summon. Megalo Smasher, take a look at that. Remember the days of Axe Raider, where the ultra rare was 1700? This is a super rare. That's 2000 attack. Yeah, how the times are a-changin', right? This is why if you run Gem Knights, you have to delve in this box. Gem Knight Fusion, you cannot run Gem Knights without this bad boy. Just don't bother. You're going to want 3 of these, in fact. You're going to want at least 1 Brilliant Diamond and 1 Gem Knight Fusion. If you run Gem Knights, which they are fun, you need this box. Let's see, anything else? We got some Lavels. Lavels very recently got some new support. So I don't know how well they're doing quite yet, but they did recently get a new support. So this box has Gem Knights, has Lavels, and it has Madolches. You don't have to bother with the Madolches. I don't really know about the Lavels as of yet. The box is just released. The new support box is just released. So you probably know about that more than I do at this point. And Gem Knights. If you run Gem Knights, you have to delve in that box. If not, if none of those sound good to you, then don't bother. Alright. Next, we have Gaia Genesis. What's in Gaia Genesis, you ask? Well, we have Mermales. We have Ultra Athletes. We have Swap Frog. We have Sangan. We have Galaxy Cyclone. Gemini Spark. Dark World Supports, and Drowning Mirror Force. Now, this is a good box. Drowning Mirror Force is excellent card, especially unranked. Dark World Support, very good Gemini support. If you're running Geminis, you want that card. Galaxy Cyclone, amazing card in ranked as well, like right next to Cyclone. Who cares about that? Swap Frog, very good for your waters. Sangan, very good for both farm decks and low-level monster card decks. Yeah. Ultra Athletes or UAs, they're not doing too hot now, but they are still very good, and they will stay very good against NPCs. Mermales are also pretty good. They're not too hot anymore as well, but same with, they're basically one in the same competitively against the UAs at this point in time, though they will both wreck NPCs. So they are still very strong decks. We also have a couple Kawakis. Kawakis, very good. Very, very, very good. Very good. If you want to run Kawakis, look at that. Look at that. You don't want them. You don't want them. So, Acts of Despair. Let's see. So we have some Kawakis here. So this is a very strong box, I gotta say. You want almost, you probably want almost all of these ultra rare cards. Obviously, subtracting these decks if you don't want them, but a lot of good ultra rare cards, a lot of good super rare cards. This box has Mermales, Ultra Athletes, Kawakis, and some good tech cards. I do recommend you delve into this box knowing what you want to go with. I highly recommend going for the Kawakis, and we will see why very soon. Next we have Stardust Acceleration. It's time to rev it up, because going fast makes me feel so alive. This was released with the 5Ds update, featuring the Stardust Dragon and our first Synchro cards. Now, are Synchros good right now? No, not really. I wouldn't really bother investing in Synchros right now, unless they're like super cheap. Unless you get some good super cheap Synchros, you got some tuners to match, you can throw them in if you want, but all in all, not really worth it. So you got some Gen X supports, I wouldn't recommend it. X Sabers, I also really wouldn't recommend, they're not doing too well. They're good against NPCs though, so if you want to wreck NPCs, go ahead. Mausoleum of White, Silver's Cry, that's right, this box also has Blue Eyes support. And if you want to build your Blue Eyes White Dragon deck, you're gonna want Silver's Cry. At least 2 of them. You could get away with, since there's so much Blue Eyes support though, I would say you could possibly get away with 1. But you're gonna want Silver's Cry. It's a very good card. You just bring a Blue Eyes from your grave back onto your field. That's it. It's no drawbacks at all. And Paleozoic Hallucigenia. Paleozoics are pretty good. They can stand in the deck all on their own, but these are mostly used as support cards as well. And this card, not so much. If you run the whole Paleozoic deck though, you might want at least 1 of those, but even then, not needed. So we got some Gen X Sabers in this. Those cards aren't worth it so much, but Blue Eyes support is in this deck. We got Protector with Eyes of Blue, very good card. It's also a tuner, which helps you use Azure Eyes Silver Dragon as well. Again, you don't have to for your Blue Eyes, but it's a very good choice. It's a very good choice. There's also offerings to the Doomed. I'm literally blanking out at which deck uses that most effectively. There's a good deck that uses that, and I will remember once I see it though. So keep that in mind, at the back of your mind, I guess. Either way, if you want your Blue Eyes support, delve into this box at least a little bit. Get at least 1 copy of each of those Blue Eyes cards at the very least, and then get the structured deck for the Blue Eyes. And you'll be pretty good. You will be pretty good. You'll be pretty well off. Next we have Black Storm Rising. It's time to rise. Black Storms rise. Black Storm is Crow's main deck guy, I guess. Black Storms are not doing too well. Look at that. Black Storms aren't doing too well, so it's not really worth it right now. But this has Breaker the Magical Warrior. Breaker is a very good card. He's used in a lot of decks. You're gonna want 3 of these guys because he's used in a variety of decks. A variety of synchro decks, magic decks. It's a lot of stuff. If there's any ultra rare here that's really worth it, it would definitely be Breaker, but it's very expensive. Other than that, we got just Black Wings, Harpy Queen. Got some Harpies here. Harpies aren't really that great right now, but if you love your Harpies, you're going to want to delve in this box to get your Harpies. This is the box for your Harpies. Why? I guess Winged Beasts in general as well. Oh, we got some Dragoonides in here too. If you like your Dragoonides, here they are. They're only rare. They're only rares in this deck, so it won't be too expensive. Got a couple Gladiators here as well. Finish up your Gladiators. So we got Harpies, Black Wings, don't bother, and Breaker the Magical Warrior. If you want your spellcasters, or if you just want Breaker, it's worth delving this box for him alone. But you have to know what deck you're going to use him in first. It's not wise to just get a card hoping to use it eventually. But this deck is for Black Wings, like I said, Harpies. Worth delving into if you really love your Black Wings, sure. They're not, but know that they're not very great. Same with Harpies as well. Okay, moving on, we have Revolution Beginning. We have the beginning of the revolution. I don't know what else to say about that, man. I'm just trying to fill air while the cards load in. Okay, Junk Destroyer, Karakuris, Wyverns, Fableds. Okay, so here we go. Miracle Fusion, who cares? Okay, so this is the further support for the Fabled cards that we saw beforehand. If you want Fableds, these are where your new Fableds come from. Now, Keep in mind, Fables are not doing too hot right now, so they're not really worth it. If you like your Fables, this is your main support. Same goes for the Karakuris that I mentioned before. You don't need those Karakuri cards, but Karakuris are doing very well. They're doing very well on ranked and against NPCs. They are very strong and they're a very new deck, so they should be safe from the ban list for at least a while. Karakuris would be a very good investment. You need, I'd say at least 2 Shoguns of these, and you're definitely going to want 3 of these. This very strange looking Karakuri Kamachi MDL 22, aka Ninishi. Yeah. So, not only that though, this box has Diamond Core of Kawaki. If you want Kawakis, you need this box. If you want Karakuris, you need this box. If you want Fables, I don't really know if you need this box, but you might want this box. It's really stupid. I have to say, out of all the boxes I've reviewed thus far, this is the biggest recommended box that I can recommend. Because whether you get Karakuris or Kawakis, they're both in the same box, and both Karakuris and Kawakis are dominating right now. They are very, very good. Kawakis maybe even too good. If something's too good, they might get hit. But I wouldn't worry about that. It's still very soon. It's still very soon. My recommendations for Revolution beginning, very high. If you want a new deck, I highly recommend Karakuris or Kawakis inside of Revolution beginning. You want at least 3. Basically everything. Definitely. Oops, I hit the eye. Oh. Well, this might work. Where is it? Doesn't even show it here. Forget it. Just 3 of the Kawakis and 3 of this Karakuris as well. Alright, new box came out. New box just released. Absolute Inferno. They are absolutely infernoed to have released this box because there is so much inferno going on. You know, falling into a burning ring of fire, they fall right down and the flames get higher. This is it. Okay, so what do we have here? We have Red Dragon Archfiend. That is, what's his face? Jack. Jack Atlas's main guy, main card. It's a good card. I would say it's the best synchro card, synchro signature dragon card that have been released to date. But like I said, it is still just a synchro card. So take that how you may. Lavels, there's your Lavel support if you want those Lavels. Phoenix of Nemesis, blah 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 blah. That's enough. I think that's in a mini box because I didn't go over it. That card, this is support for, what's it called? Fire Kings? Yeah, Fire King decks. They're not super great now anymore, but they make a good farm deck if you have Yubel. Fire King makes a good farm deck if you have Yubel. Either way, you don't need this card specifically, but it's just kind of like a side note. Some more Brotherhood support. Crazy, right? After all this time, still have Brotherhood support. Vice Dragon. This is a good card. If your opponent controls monsters and you don't have anything, you can special summon it, but its attack and defense have become halved. Doesn't matter because it's a special summon. Great for tributing. Wing Fossil, Dark Bribe, don't bother. Dark Bribe sounds good, but it's not worth it. So in this box we have Lavels And we have, it looks like some Genix is interesting. Flamevel as well. And look, Alexandrite Dragon. The return of the 2K beaters. Brotherhood of Fires as well, but that's a synchro card. So yeah, so we got some so this box we have Brotherhood, we have Lavels. It's very interesting combination. Honestly, I don't really know what to say about this new box because it focuses strictly on cards that I don't know too much about. If you ask me, I would say you can go ahead and skip them and support in exchange for those Kawakis and those Karakuris. So, with that being said, those are all of the main boxes to date. My biggest recommendation, two biggest recommendations, Revolution Beginning and, oh shoot, what was it? Was it Crusader Battlegrounds that had the... well, you know, the one that had the stupid Mass Heroes. But I wouldn't really recommend those even at this point. So in terms of main boxes, biggest one I recommend, in fact, even probably out of all the main mini boxes, even though I didn't go over the mini boxes now, even over those, I would recommend the winner, Revolution Beginning. Spend your gems on this puppy because they would be well used to get Kawaki or Karakuri deck. It'll be very good. Thanks for watching, and next time I will go over the mini boxes.